the AI will be able to do everything.
AI.
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 Artificial intelligence could replace millions of jobs.
It's no secret that the last couple of years have been very eventful in the tech space. After a seemingly blissful period during the pandemic where companies were hiring at record numbers, everything changed overnight. First, it started with a slowdown in hiring and in some cases, complete hiring freezes. Then we proceeded to layoffs, then more layoffs, then even more layoffs. This lasted all of 2023 and into 2024. The job market is now very tough with very little openings. For the very few open positions, there is a lot of competition with recruiters getting hundreds of applications from qualified candidates. Companies are understandably hesitant to invest in training new hires when experienced candidates are readily available. In the midst of all this, the AI boom is also happening. Incredible large language models that can generate text and answer questions are being released frequently. First was OpenAI's ChatGPT, then Google Bard, then Meta's Llama, then GPT-4, and countless others. These models also have coding benchmarks that evaluate how well they perform coding tasks. At the time of their release, there were claims that these models could replace certain job positions within companies. Select companies even froze hiring, specifically because they were betting on AI to replace specific roles. Software engineering was not one of the roles the AI could perform because the models lacked the problem-solving skills required for programming. The code they were writing was based on code they had seen before from the data they were trained on. When asked a more complicated question, they would give a wrong answer or a different answer from what was asked. Right as we dismissed the possibility of AI replacing software engineers, Devin was released. Unlike other AI products, Devin is specifically trained to be a software engineer. It can perform tasks like creating a step-by-step plan to solve problems, accessing the web to look up documentation, debugging, and more. If you haven't seen the video of Devin, I made a video breaking down all the aspects in the demo and sharing my reactions. That video will be linked above. Let's just say, from what we saw in the demo, Devin is the real deal. Looking at everything happening in the tech space, from the tough job market with slow hiring and layoffs to the development of AI that can perform certain programming tasks, you might be asking yourself, is it still worth it to learn programming in 2024 and beyond? My answer is absolutely yes. Getting into programming is still worth it, even with everything happening. Here are a few things you might not be considering. The first is economic conditions. The current challenges in the job market are largely influenced by economic conditions. Interest rates were increased to curb inflation, which in turn reduced spending by both consumers and companies. Companies are tightening their budgets and seeking to maximize profits, which is why they are not hiring as much. But as I said, it's an economic condition, and economic conditions are dynamic. Interest rates are unlikely to remain high indefinitely. The Feds have hinted at 2 rate cuts before the end of the year. As the rates decrease, borrowing will become easier, leading to increased spending on innovation and hiring. It is important to recognize that these tough times are temporary and the industry will rebound. Despite layoffs and economic downturns, there is still a demand for good software engineers. Companies are constantly evolving and new ones emerge, creating avenues for employment. Budgets also reset at the start of fiscal years, opening doors for hiring. The cyclical nature of the industry means the brighter days lie ahead, even in the midst of the temporary hardship we are facing. The second thing we have to think about is having a long-term perspective. Instant gratification isn't realistic when getting into programming. It is very unlikely for you to get into programming in 2024 and land a full-time job in the same year. You might be able to land an internship, but it will be hard for you to land a full-time job. It takes time to learn the languages and frameworks, but more importantly, it takes even more time to build convincing projects to show employers that you know how to code at a level that is valuable to them. That's where Uma Codes Academy, the sponsor of this video, can help. Uma Codes Academy is a 6-week live cohort program I designed for people who know how to code but are having a hard time figuring out what to do next or landing a job. I recently wrapped up the first cohort of the academy. We met a total of 9 times and students were put into teams where they worked on a coding project throughout the academy. Students also learned the type of programming project they should be working on to get a job, how to break down programming projects in a way that ensures they finish them, advanced programming techniques they may not have learned while learning on their own, and much more. We also worked on resumes, LinkedIn profiles, and had a recruiter come in to speak about what recruiters are looking for in software engineering candidates and how to stand out in your job applications. If any of these sound interesting to you, then check out Uma Codes Academy at academy.umacode.com. Applications for the next cohort are live and the cohort will begin in late April. There are very limited spots, so go apply today. Again, the link is academy.umacodes.com, and thank you to UmaCodes for sponsoring this video. Back to the video. Ultimately, you have to play the long game and keep learning so that you're ready when your opportunity comes. It might not be in 2024, but if it's something you're really committed to, you will definitely achieve it. Now, onto the elephant in the room, AI. Concerns about AI replacing software engineers are legitimate but are somewhat overstated. While AI technologies like Devin may mimic certain aspects of coding and solve some problems, they are more likely to complement human expertise rather than replace them entirely. They will ultimately be used as tools by engineers to enhance efficiency and increase productivity. We also have to think about the adoption of technology. Like I mentioned in my video about keeping up with tech, the new thing always sounds new because it's new.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
The new thing always sounds exciting because it's new. Whenever a new framework comes out, it's still new and it's not providing any value until people start using it and it starts solving problems. As of today, all we have from Devin is a video demo of him performing a single programming task. We don't know how much it will cost or how he will integrate with existing code bases. There are also security concerns about what he can do. There are more unanswered questions than answered questions. We are still in the early stages of the AI boom and a lot needs to happen before adoption can pick up. There's a lot of testing and trials to be done and that could take years, so we'll have to wait and find out. Regardless of how it ends up, we will be fine. Ultimately, technological advancements bring disruptions, but they also foster adaptation and innovation. Just as Excel spreadsheets didn't render accountants obsolete but rather streamline their work processes, AI won't eradicate software engineering jobs. It will facilitate tasks and accelerate workflows, necessitating a shift in roles rather than a wholesale replacement. Despite the economic uncertainties and the technological advancements, learning programming and getting into software engineering is still a valuable pursuit. The journey may have its challenges, but the opportunities for growth and impact remain abundant in 2024 and beyond. That's it for this one. If you enjoy videos like this, then consider subscribing. Be sure to check out UmaCodes Academy at academy.umacodes.com. The link is down in the description. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.